Tell me, what do you think the dumbest decision you can make in a Battle Royale game is? You let me know in the comment section, and Battle Royale games are one of the biggest genres in the world, and they're not going away. But how deep are these games? I mean, there's plenty of big no-nos that are involved when you get into a Battle Royale. Welcome to Chaos Gaming. Today, we're going to be looking at some of the dumbest decisions you can make in a Battle Royale game. We've all done it. Circle of truth here. You guys let me know in the comments what your favorite BR game is of all time. Make sure you're subscribed with those notifications on and standing still. Yep, that's how we start off. Now, let's get the obvious one out of the way. Standing still is a death wish in every single Battle Royale game you play. Even if you're playing something with a longer time to kill, like Apex Legends, standing still is going to give an enemy way too much free damage to sway the fight in their favor. Now, even if the enemy doesn't have a sniper, they can light you up, and if you're not a moving target, you're at a disadvantage. Make sure you're always moving at least a little bit, and try to be unpredictable. After all, walking in a straight line is almost as bad as standing still. You should always be making yourself harder to hit, and that means never, ever, ever stand still. I know it sounds simple, but you'd be surprised how many people get lit up and die in a Battle Royale because of this reason alone. The next one, it's also simple. Checking your phone. Seriously, you've got to stop. There's a decent amount of downtime in Battle Royale games, but that's not a reason to check your phone. Maybe you're waiting for a buyback in Warzone, or maybe you're using a Phoenix kit in Apex Legends. Whatever the reason may be, that text from your buddy, it can wait. That tweet from your work friend, it will still be there in 5 minutes, I promise. But how many times have you gotten stuck in a sticky situation in a BR game because you let your guard down to look at your phone? The tide can change in these games in a couple of seconds, so you have to have your guard up at all times. You never know when somebody's going to take a snipe at you. Put your phone down. It'll be there when you're done with the match. Now, here's one everybody's guilty of, myself included, so many times. Landing late. If you're going to land late somewhere, it was probably because you were checking your phone. Just peel off and find a new spot. I understand taking a few seconds late, but if you're more than 10 seconds behind the person in front of you, just cut your losses. Land somewhere else. One of the worst feelings in a BR game is searching for a game, sitting in a lobby, deploying from a dropship, and then you insta-die because somebody landed before you, at which point you have to do it all over again. If somebody beats you to the landing spot, peel off, go somewhere else to loot up. Sure, you won't get to land in your favorite spot, but you at least get to live through the initial skirmish, and then, hey, maybe you can go clean up the person that stole the landing spot from you in the first place. Next up, I'm definitely guilty of this. Sniping when you're not good at sniping. Now, sniping is super satisfying in just about every Battle Royale game. Few things are more satisfying than sending somebody back to the lobby from 200 meters away. But sniping's not easy in any BR game, and if you're going to take a sniper rifle into a fight, know what you're doing. Have some confidence. I know it's kind of a hard situation. You shouldn't take the sniper unless you're good at sniping, but how are you supposed to get better at sniping if you never snipe? I get it. It's the eternal question. A lot of BR games will have target ranges, maybe private matches for you to go get better with the weapons before going into the real deal. And if you're playing Warzone, you can always go into Plunder to get the hang of it. The point is, if you're going for wins and you're taking it seriously, you shouldn't pick up a sniper unless you're comfortable with it, because if you're bad at sniping, guess what? Those loud sniper shots, they are going to alert everybody, all the better players, to exactly where you're at. Since you have the sniper in your loadout, you won't have the best guns to fight those teams that are trying to push you once they figure out you're a sniping noob. Next up, getting in a weak vehicle. Now, this one mainly applies to Warzone, but it can carry over to some others. Vehicles are usually a good way to get around the map quickly and even get the jump on unsuspecting enemies. However, if you find a vehicle that has less than 50% health, then it's probably a good idea to leave it there and travel on foot. When you get in a vehicle, you're making a whole lot of noise, and your approaches are going to be a lot more obvious, which is perfectly okay when the vehicle has a lot of health. But when it's in kill range, you're going to regret it, especially in Warzone, where vehicles have this big fiery explosion, and they hit 0 health, and they almost always kill the driver. Either look for a vehicle with more health, or foot it, okay? Never get in a vehicle with less than 50% health, because there are so many things that can go sideways. Let's talk about vehicles a little more. Shooting a vehicle directly coming at you. Now, I say this, but I also used to use RPGs in Warzone, and I have a pretty cool clip where you shall not pass Mr. Gandalf myself, and I take out 2 or 3 vehicles and like 6 or 7 people, but that's not normal. How about just don't do it? If somebody's trying to run you over with a vehicle, get out of the way. Don't try to blow up the vehicle. Don't try to throw a C4 charge at it. Just get out of the way. Get an angle on them, and then blow it up. If a vehicle is coming straight at you and you start opening fire, not only are you not going to get out of the way, but you're also running the risk of blowing it up and getting caught in the explosion. It can be super tempting, I know, to blow up a car when it's coming straight at you. But you need to be smart here. You need to reference the driver, okay? Make sure you're a safe distance from the vehicle. Make sure you have the proper angle for when you drop that C4 on it and the explosion goes, that you don't go back to the lobby as well. At number 4 today, engaging with bad positioning. Yep, let's talk about starting fights here. Have you ever considered not starting a fight? Let's look at the scenario I just described. You're with your team. You see another team in the distance. They don't see you. You could open fire, yeah. But what if you don't have the best positioning? What do you do if you don't have the best guns to fight? It's completely okay to just let that team go by and let them get into a different fight. You only have one chance to win a Battle Royale game, so why would you engage a fight when you don't have good positioning? If you have a chance, it's a better idea to let them go. Keep looting up. Get into a better position. You know where they're at now. They don't know where you're at. And then take advantage. You don't want to get sent back to the lobby just because you were greedy for kills. And trust me, I know. Tag a teammate that you have that instigates every fight he sees. I know. We all have them. At number 3, playing without a headset. Now, I know it can be really relaxing to sit on a couch and play video games through your big fancy speakers, but in Battle Royale, sound is important. You want to be able to hear the enemy footsteps and the gunshots so you can get a better idea where people are and how much time you have before a fight breaks out. Can you play well in BR with speakers? Yeah, you can. Is it the optimal way to play to get wins? Probably not. It's always a better idea to play BR games with headphones or a headset, even if you're just using crappy earbuds. It doesn't matter. Directional audio is super important in this genre, and if you're taking it seriously, you're going to need some headphones. Next up, hacking. I don't know what it is with BR games and hackers. Maybe it's because it's easy to hack them, or maybe it's because you can get away with it easier than other games, but there is a lot of hacking in the BR genre right now. So I'm going to give you some advice. Don't do it. You ruin the game for everybody else, and you risk losing your account, along with all the money that you spent on your digital goods that aren't real. Stop hacking. You would think in 2021 game security would be a little harder to crack, but I guess not. But you're still a douchebag if you hack. And then at number 1 today, the most important thing you can take with you, the dumbest decision you can make in a Battle Royale game, shooting the guy in front. If you played a team-based Battle Royale game, you'll often find yourself in a situation when you see an enemy team running by. They don't know where you're at. You have the opportunity to open fire at them, but which one do you shoot? You shoot the back one. If you're going to start shooting at a team in the distance, always shoot at the one in the back first. If you shoot at the person in the front of the pack, all their teammates are going to see the bullets and immediately know where you're at. However, if you shoot the guy at the back, you're not only going to get the drop on them and drop them without the teammates seeing the bullets, but you're also going to send that team into a panic as the guy in the back desperately tries to explain where the enemy are. Then, when the teammates turn around to revive them or start searching for the bullets, you open fire on them as well. If you're going to start a team fight, always shoot at the guy in the back first. It's going to buy you a few extra seconds, and that can often be what decides the winner of that fight. And there you have it. Those are some of the dumbest decisions that you can make in a Battle Royale, but those are also the ways to correct them. If you guys found this informative or helpful at all, definitely drop a like, and I'll see you soon.